Hello, it's Ren Presents time. I'm your host, Ren, and today I want to talk about an epic trolling. I want to give credit where credit is due. Mr. Ennie Ardi, whoever you are, that was awesome. So, in case you don't know, and I didn't know until the other day, when my hero, Ethan Van Sciver, covered it succinctly in one of his latest videos on Comic Pro Series, which I think he's taken down since then because I can't find it. Shame on you, Ethan. Leave it up there. Leave it up there. He didn't. He trolled you, and he trolled me. He trolled both sides of the fandom, equally so, and that deserves some props. Anywho, this Ennie Ardi, which is a phonetic spelling of the word nerd, is a prolific Last Jedi hater and troll. And I must say, it feels good to have company. It feels good. It feels so good to know I'm not alone. I walked out of the theater for The Last Jedi and I felt utterly alone. I'm like, am I the only person in this theater who's pissed? Everyone else seemed to be having a good old time. Lightsabers are swinging. All the costumes, the robes are flowing. And I'm walking out there like, I'm simmering on utter rage. I did it. I got angry. I felt genuine rage. And I'm like, I guess it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who cares about plot holes and lapses in continuity and lapses in canon and weird dialogue and comedy in places where it shouldn't be and you know I need to ring a bell because I'm starting to get pissed all over again. But in watching YouTube, I found out I am not alone. Ethan Van Sciver, Geeks and Gamers, World-Class Bullshitters, SC Reviews, these are my people. These are people who couldn't stand The Last Jedi either, and I feel a kinship. And my wife is like, it's just a stupid movie, who cares? Well, I care. God damn it. And I'm not going to rest until I find my people. And I walk up to Rian Johnson and I point at his round head and I say, let my people go. Because you done fucked up. And I just wanted you to know that. I guess if you can make your way through life and the things you hate most are a football team and a movie, you could be doing a lot worse. So, Ennie Ardi, a prolific hater and troll on Twitter, I guess is all over the place, trolling Rian Johnson, trolling the insiders at Lucasfilm, Pablo Hidalgo, and old Swank Motron himself, Brian Young, pissing off all those people, pissing off the feminists and SJWs too. And I guess, and I haven't read up on this, I haven't bothered to research it, but I guess he really crossed the line between good-natured hassling and really personal stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Me, I don't bother anybody. I don't post tag anybody. I don't hashtag anybody. My hatreds are my own. And I have my dozen or so listeners out there who care to listen. I will vent them to them, but I'm not getting anybody. I'm not out to ruin anybody's day. I guess Ennie Ardi was out to ruin days, and I guess he ruined a lot of days and pissed a lot of people off. But all of a sudden, he has an epiphany. He writes an essay on why he's no longer a Last Jedi hater, and how hating on this movie ruined his life and his marriage, and the only way to get himself back on track is to acknowledge the greatness of this film. Long essay with chapters. I mean, I haven't written an essay since elementary school, and it was Bible school. It was an essay on damnation, and it had chapters. Why I'm Going to Hell by Ren. And if I had any precognition, there would have been a chapter called The Last Jedi. I'm sure there would have. But he, on bended knee, abased himself before all the people that he trolled. Rian Johnson, Pablo Hidalgo, Brian Young, old Swank Matron, anybody else who would give ear to his apology. I'm sorry, y'all. I sucked. I'm sorry if I messed up your lives. I'm sorry if I got on your feeds and left some troll bait. I'm sorry if I pooped all over your Wheaties during my hating on this film. I'm sorry. And now I have my wife and my son to reconnect with. My hatred totally ruined my life, and now I understand why some of the things were done in the last. I understand why Luke Skywalker was turned into a grouchy old cynic. I get it. Ryan, you are a genius. And he lays it all out in his essay. And to their credit, Rian Johnson retweets, and he's like, I'm with you on that, Ennie. Praise to you for coming around. And he's got some little hands in supplication, like, oh, you have seen the light. It only took what, about a year? And Pablo Hidalgo writes a really reasonable tweet. This could not have been easy, and it's appreciated. While the apology is nice, there is no need. I try not to take anything on Twitter all too seriously, and there's a lot of people who could take that to heart. I hope you can have fun too, since some unhappy people may start tweeting at you. Oh, you can be sure of that, Pablo. All the best. Swankmotron. This made me cry. Swankmotron was moved to tears over Ennie Ardi's essay. This was impossibly brave, and I am so grateful you found understanding and some peace. What took you so fucking long, Ardi? I'm sure Smankmotron wants to know. What took you so long to come back from the dark side and bask in the light? That is The Last Jedi. But as Pablo Hidalgo predicted, not everyone on that side of the fandom was happy with this apology. Not everyone was accepting of this apology. The Star Wars girl, who has a nice safe place on Twitter where no one can get to her, goes on a 4-tweet rant. You know, take your apology, Ennie Ardi, and stuff it up your ass. Do you know how many people you have hurt in your hatred of this film? How many women? How many people of color? And I'm kind of at a loss. I'm like, this is a film that he's hating on. Unless he's, well, and he might have called out Laura Dern, old Admiral Holdo, or John Boyega for purely racial reasons or gender reasons. If he crossed the line, then I can see why she's upset, but she wasn't having it. Take your apology, Ennie Ardi, and stuff it up your goddamn ass. Not accepted. Peace out. Well, today was the reveal of reveals. Without actually saying a word, just through a well-edited piece, and I'll leave the link down below. Ennie Ardi fooled us all. That essay was bullshit. Everything he said was bullshit. It was a massive troll effort. And I gotta say, well done. You fooled Ryan, you fooled Pablo, you fooled Swankmotron, you fooled the Star Wars girl who emptied her spleen, apparently on nothing. You fooled my personal hero, Ethan Van Sciver. And you fooled me. I mean, because I didn't really have enough information to make a judgment one way or the other. You fooled me. It sounded sincere. But no, it was a troll. He's hating on The Last Jedi more than before, and it's gonna continue. And I don't see how you top this though, RD or Ennie. I'm sorry. How do you top this troll? I don't think you can, unless you like impersonate a woman and marry Rian Johnson, and on the wedding night you do the reveal like, psych, I'm not a lady, it's me, Ennie Ardi. You just married your biggest hater, you dumb fucker. Get a load of this. I mean, there's nothing to do now but retire back into the Twitterverse or wherever it was you came from. Fade away into the sunset, a conquering hero, just like Peyton Manning holding up that Super Bowl trophy. I got my trophy, and now I'm retiring because there is nothing further. Take that good advice and retire. And remember, at least until movie 9 comes out, and then we can do this all over again. So this is Ren Presents. I'm your host, Ren. Until next time, don't believe an apology that's laid out in the form of an essay, because it's not real.